Hey, sis, come check it out. Let me show y'all where we bring it out. So, open that flyer up in the middle. Let me show you something. For hundreds of years, they told us that Jesus Christ is a white man according to the Bible. That's a lie. Why would they lie to us like that? When you actually open up the Bible and read that verse, read that scripture that's in that flyer. Revelation 1 and verse 15. Watch this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool.
So who is this talking about? Read verse 1. We don't see who this is talking about. Real quick.
Verse 1, the revelation of Jesus Christ.
The revealing of Jesus Christ. You know who Jesus Christ is, sis? Huh? You don't know who he is? Jesus Christ, okay, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. They show all these movies about him. They say that he's a white man that died for the sins of the whole world, but that's not true. When you read the Bible, he was a black man that died for the nation of Israel. Why would they tell us that lie? Why would they lie to us?
Simplicity. They lie for simplicity. It's easier to lie than to tell the truth.
Huh?
It's easier to lie than to tell the truth.
It's easier to lie to tell the truth, but guess what? I'll put it into a scenario. If we look at the so-called white folks as the people of God, they set themselves up as Christ. We look at them like, oh, they look just like Jesus. And then we set the people up over in Israel, some white folks in Israel, and say that those are the people of God. So they look like Jesus. Those are the people of God. What do we think about each other? It breeds hatred amongst ourselves. But give me John chapter 8 and verse 32. It's time to get rid of the hatred today. We found the formula to getting rid of the hatred that's been deeply rooted in our minds for hundreds of years.
Right.
Because for years, black on black crime was normal. It's normal for brothers to gangbang. Right. That's something that just happens in our community, right? No, that's the most abnormal thing ever. I lived in a community where it was predominantly white. Guess how many crimes that they had? Guess how many murders they had? My whole 4 years staying in it.
They got to tell me one.
They had one murder.
Read that. John chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So what's written in this Bible is going to make us free. Let's go to the true image of Jesus Christ. Because for hundreds of years, let me get one of those flyers. For hundreds of years, they done showed us that this was Jesus. That white image right there. If we had the picture out here, we asked the babies, hey, who is that? They'd say Jesus. You said you didn't know who Jesus Christ was, but I bet you they look at that picture and say Jesus because they established that image all over the world.
Right.
But we finna read it out the book. We finna read what the book says. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So he had white, woolly hair. Who got woolly hair on the earth? The so-called black, so-called blacks and Hispanics. And Native Americans. Yes, a lot of them got woolly hair. I know they only show the ones that look like Mexicans on TV, but there's Native Americans that's black as you and me. Read. So he had white woolly hair. Read.
As white as snow.
It was white as snow because a lot of times the older men, their hair turn white. Read. Read.
As a flame, his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes were as a flame of fire. Why? Because Christ drunk wine in moderation. He wasn't shooting lasers out his eyes like, choo, choo. No, he drank wine in moderation. When you drink wine, your eyes turn red.
Read. And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Huh? Green. No, green? No. Brass is a brown metal, like an old penny. It's a brown metal. Like you thought I said grass. Okay.
Yeah, I can't hear on one of my ends.
Okay, okay. So brass is a brown metal. Read that again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
Burned in a furnace.
So we talk about Jesus Christ. So not only was he a brown man, but he was a brown man that looked like he burned in a furnace. So Jesus Christ was darker than me. He was darker than you. He was a very dark-skinned man. So why would they tell us that lie for hundreds of years? To develop white supremacy, to develop a low self-esteem amongst our people and create self-hatred amongst our people. So now we look at one another like we ain't nothing. Now our brothers look at each other. You step on another brother, a brother step on another brother's shoe, nigga, I'll kill you. Because we don't see Christ in one another. We don't see God in one another.
Bring it out.
We don't see each other as brothers and sisters. Like these two, these are your babies?
This is my sister, that's mine.
That's okay. You got your little sister and your son. You married? Why not? You didn't want to get married?
No, it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. All right. So a lot of times, give me Hebrews 13 and verse 4. We got to start. A lot of times we don't make our relationships work because a lot of times the brother don't see the woman that he's dealing with as a sister. A lot of times the sister don't see the man that she's dealing with as her brother.
We're gonna go in a minute, okay?
All right. We gotta realize the importance of staying together and
Stand up one more
creating
time.
a strong family structure for our young men.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Marriage is an honorable way for a man and a woman to deal with one another. God gave that law to us. We're supposed to get married. Read.
And the bed undefiled.
And the bed undefiled. Sex outside of marriage, your bed is defiled. That's wrong. Even though we've been taught to have a girlfriend, we being and young as him.
Bring it out.
And our parents, hey, you got your girlfriend yet? We're not supposed to have no girlfriends. We're supposed to wait until we're able to work and take care of a family and provide for a family and then get a wife. No girlfriends in this Bible.
Read. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Whoremongers, adulterers, that's anybody who's sleeping around having sex and they're not married. It says God will what?
God will judge.
What are some of those judgments? HIV, syphilis, herpes. Those are all sexually transmitted disease. It ain't even got to be a sexually transmitted disease. You could walk out the damn door and get shot. You could walk across the street and get hit by a bus.
Right.
Judgment comes in any way. All right, give me Sirach 23. Because there's a lot of whoremongering in our community, and that thing is promoted. They promote it in the rap world. That's why you got these rappers, what's her name, Messy Red? Yeah, Messy Red.
Bring it out.
Ice Spice.
I greatly appreciate y'all for your time, but the kids are getting rested, and we will be back around this
Okay,
later
well,
on.
hey,
I got both parts.
read that flyer, call that number.
Yes, sir.
All right? Where are believers in God at? Where are the people who believe in God? I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to just be blunt. How did the oppressor destroy the black and Hispanic communities? What tools did they use? What you got in your hand right there? What you inhaling into your lungs?
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
That's a cigarette. Give me First Corinthians 3 and verse 16. Did you know that they had a campaign back in the, I think it was the 70s and 80s, where they marketed smoking towards our people? That's why there's a lot of our people, especially Newports. Our people crazy about Newports. You think we got stock in the damn company. But they put things in our neighborhood that destroy us.
Right.
Cigarettes. And where you live at? You live around here in this area?
Perhaps.
All right, how many liquor stores you see on the daily
There's
stroll?
one on every corner.
It's one on every corner. Hey, but you ever been in the so-called Jewish neighborhood? You ever been in the so-called white neighborhood? You ever been in the so-called Arab neighborhood? You ever been in the Chinese neighborhood? Wherever the hell they hiding out.
Right.
When the last time you seen a Chinese man at Walmart? Huh? You lucky. You should have played the lottery that day. So check it out. You don't see liquor stores in their community like you see them in ours.
Good. No, you're right.
They are purposely destroying the black and Hispanic community.
Did you know in every city every state.
50 and 33.
You find Martin Luther King, you take him straight to the hood or either downtown. Every city,
No,
every state.
good point. The Martin Luther King
Drive
Boulevard
Avenue,
in any city
Every
is
state.
the worst street and the worst community
Okay.
in any city. All right, they destroy the black and Hispanic community. But
That's
listen,
keep moving.
listen. Look at this. What's your so-called nationality?
No black, and more black.
So what's your father was a black man?
My mama said Jesus my daddy. My mama from Alabama, don't ask me no more.
Huh?
My mama said Jesus my daddy. Don't ask me no more.
Okay, so
She's
all right.
from Alabama, so
all right,
I'm
we
black,
don't all
black,
know
small
our
black.
we don't all know who our fathers is.
What it say?
But
First
guess
Corinthians
what?
2
Listen to
what?
this. This is what happened to the blacks and Hispanics. This is what's going on to the blacks and Hispanics in our communities. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah.
So the children of Israel is the so-called Hispanics. All right, that's the bottom three. Ephraim on down. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Mexicans, all that.
Is that what on that paper?
Read that. Get a sister a flyer. I got you, sister.
Oh, word. Okay.
And read that again.
the children of Israel
The Hispanics.
and the children of Judah.
The children of Judah, these are Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, blacks, Haitians, Jamaicans, whatever the nations that you would call so-called black. Haitians, Jamaicans, West Indians. So this is blacks and Hispanics. Read.
Were oppressed together.
They were what?
Oppressed together.
When you look at the conditions, and we just talked about it, in the black and Hispanic community, we are being oppressed.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word